and welcome along to the BeGlad Movement. My name's Pollyanna and I am on a mission to bring you as many stories as possible of good coming out of bad and reasons to be glad. And the reason I'm holding chopsticks is a bit of a visual for today's story, which is about a man who led a very, very virtuous life. And he was coming towards the end of his life and he thought to himself, now, I've been all so good all this time, I better check out what heaven and hell are actually like, because I don't want to be missing out. You know, what's the point in being good if, I don't get into heaven anyway? So he books himself a tour, like you do, and the guide takes him down to hell first. And as he looks through the gates of hell, he notices these massive tables full of the most delicious, luscious food. And he's like, that looks amazing. Why am I being good if I can just go to hell and eat all this food all the time? Anyway, as he sort of looked a little bit closer, he notices that all the people sitting around the table are emancipated beings. They are skeletal, their skin's hanging off of their bones, their tummies are rumbling, and they're like, oh, this is awful. And he's like, this is ridiculous, there's loads of lush food around, why are they not scoffing their faces? And then he notices that the only cutlery they've got are these giant chopsticks, and they can't pick up the food and then get the food to their mouths with these giant chopsticks. And he's like, this really is hell. I would hate that, being stuck looking at all this wonderful, wonderful food and not being able to eat it. He said to his guide, you better take me up to heaven and show me what heaven's like then. So they get to heaven, and he's really surprised because as he looks through the gates, he notices that the situation is pretty much the same. Again, there's wonderful tables full of delicious luxury food, but the people sitting around these tables are all well fed, happy, nothing is wrong with them at all. They're eating the food and they're enjoying it, but they are using their extra large chopsticks to pick up the food and feed each other across the table. So, the reason I'm telling you this story is because I think it illustrates beautifully how, when you're presented with certain situations, depending on how you look at them, how you tackle them, how you approach them, you can often overcome difficult situations. I know it's not always the way, but quite often in life when we're faced with difficult situations, we can overcome them if we just sort of chill out, calm down and look at them a little bit differently. And also I think it illustrates quite nicely how sort of volunteering and charity work can benefit both people. So when you're giving to others, not only do they benefit from your giving, but also you get that nice warm fuzzy glow inside, that you feel like you've actually made a difference in the world. So that's my thought for the day. If you have any real stories of good coming out of bad and reasons to be glad that you'd like to share with me, I would love for you to get in touch. It doesn't have to be a video, you can just write something down, and I can put pictures to it if necessary. You can just use voice if you'd like. So that's me for today, Pollyanna for the BeGlad Movement. Hope you all have excellent lives. Bye bye for now.